In the last class, we discussed properties of determinants. Now we will be using those properties in proving few questions. So let's take up the question. Prove that this determinant is equal to x minus y into y minus z into z minus x into xy plus yz plus zx. We have to use the properties of determinants. While handling such questions, we are to keep two things in mind. First, the right hand side, that is the factors which are required, and second thing, to get maximum number of zeros in a row or a column. So let's begin with the solution. First, call this determinant on the left hand side as delta. Now look here at the right hand side. My first vector which I want is x minus y. Here we have x and here we have y. I want x minus y. So operation will be r1 changes to r1 minus r2. And you know that under the operations ri changes to ri plus k times rj. Value of the determinant remains same. So determinant will be same and we apply this operation. So I'll be getting x minus y, x square minus y square, yz minus zx. So we have obtained our first row as x minus y, x square minus y square, yz minus zx. Now I will factorize this. So x square minus y square can be written as x plus y into x minus y. From these two terms, I am taking the factor negative z outside. So I'll be getting negative z into x minus y. Now you can see that from the first row, I can take the factor x minus y out. So I'm taking this factor out. So the first row will become 1. From this term, I have taken x minus y out. So I'll be left with x plus y. And from this term, I have taken this outside. So I'll be left with negative z. Second and the third rows of the determinant will remain same. So we have obtained this. So now you can see in the right hand side, we have achieved this. Now we have to get y minus z. So look here. Here we have y, here we have z. I want y minus z. So operation will be r2 changes to r2 minus r3. So I perform the operation and again by the property, value of the determinant will remain same. So it will be y minus z, y square minus z square, zx minus xy, and the third row will remain same. As done previously, I'll factorize this. So factors will be y plus z, y minus z, and from this I take negative x outside. So negative x into y minus z. Third row is same. Now again you can see here in the second row we have this factor common in all the terms. So I take this factor out. So second row will become 1. Here y plus z. Here minus x. First and the third rows will remain same. So I have obtained this. Now look here. Here I have 1. Here I have 1. My next objective is to obtain maximum number of zeros in a row or in a column. So to make this 0, I'll perform the operation R2 changes to R2 minus R1. I can also perform R1 changes to R1 minus R2. So here I am performing R2 changes to R2 minus R1. So first row will be same. Second row, 1 minus 1 will give you 0, and here y plus z minus x minus y will give you z minus x, and here minus x minus of minus z will give you z minus x. Now you can see from the second row I can take out the factor z minus x outside, and in the RHS it is required. So I take the common factor z minus x from the second row. So second row will become 0, 1, 1. First and the third rows will remain same. So I have obtained this determinant. Now again, here it is 1 and here it is 1. So in order to make this 0, I'll apply the operation C2 changes to C2 minus C3. So first column will remain same. In the second column, it will be x plus y plus z. 1 minus 1 will give you 0, and it is z square minus xy. Third column will remain same. Now you can see I have got 2 zeros in the second row. I have obtained maximum number of zeros in the second row. So now I will expand the determinant along the second row. So this is your A23. So I'll take the negative sign here. So negative 1. Delete the second row and the third row, third column, and obtain the determinant of the submatrix. So it will be z square minus xy minus zx minus zy minus z square. So which on simplification will give you this. And this is equals to your right hand side.